I love to sit with the lawyer, but I'm going to prescribe solutions to some of the problems. I have 7 of them. The first one is what we do in public awareness. We need to educate people on accountability and transparency, which is very important. That, you know, it is not smart to be stealing. People think that if you are smart, that means you know how to steal. That culture that a minister or governor appointee will go and meet, if you go and meet a corrupt culture, it is easy for them to corrupt you. If you are incorruptible, they'll find a way to kick you out. They'll say you are not a good person because you're fighting against a moving tide. So we should watch that. The second one I'll talk about is how we promote a whistleblower act. That we should do a lot of things that when people come and talk about this person is doing this and we investigate, we should reward whistleblowers, which is very important. And the president have done this by giving a portal that you can report some of these things, because in Ghana, if you go and report somebody and you're not careful, your life is at stake. So whistleblowing act is something that we should be working on. The third prescription that I have is how to enhance the public financial management. So we both talk about the internal auditors. What are they doing at the various ministries, departments, and agencies? How we budget. So if the budget numbers are inflated, how do we make sure that we bring the numbers down? How we do our accounting system and how we report on our accounting system. Are we using FIFO, first in, first out, or last in, first out, or the average system? So these areas, any accounting technique that you use, there's a potential way of being corrupted, and you need somebody to check on that. Then the other one is how we implement our audit report recommendations. So all these recommendations by the Auditor General, they make recommendations, and in the end, nobody is prosecuted, nobody goes to jail, nothing happened. It's just kumbaya, and we say goodbye and go home. And if you continue to do that, and people know that it won't end anywhere, they will continue, because it is the easiest way to get into richness. And we'll talk about something serious that we've never looked at. Most of the leaders we have in this country, right from NUCs, because I was also at NUCs, right from NUCs, student leaders, straight to main politics and their ministers, and they are making a lot of money. They have never worked for other people.
Saying that from SRC,
from student leadership,
so SRC,
straight to main leadership,
or NUCs.
Yes.
Then you go to
straight to political leadership. And they have never worked for anybody. You see, working for somebody, you learn a lot.
Then you go to government.
Yes. You learn a lot working for people. You know, sometimes your bosses will frustrate you, all those things.
So that's why we have the richest people being the main politicians.
So what the Western country, people have been telling me, but I picked those because of the best practice that we can. They allow students to work. From 16 years, we are working at McDonald's, we are working at Best Way, Subway. It's because they want you to learn customer service, how people can frustrate you. People are working even at the universities that they go to school, they are working, they are cleaning. You learn customer service so that by the time you finish university, it's not just that thinking somebody has money there, you are going to look for it. So you have experience. But most of individuals in politics now, just straight from student politics to main politics, and they don't have any practical experience dealing with people.
But does that mean you should be corrupt? That shouldn't mean you should be corrupt.
I am ending with another thing, Kwame. What I'm saying is that I started by saying that if the tenants that you talked about are already corrupted, and you decide not to corrupt yourself, they will find a way to kick you out. Let me give a typical example. A minister, I will not mention names, and it's not in this government, but previous government, said that he was appointed a minister, and people started coming to his office and say, oh, congratulations, congratulations, take this for lunch. Oh, congratulations, take this for lunch. And then in the end, when you open the drawer, you put them in the drawer. $10,000, $5,000, $2,000. So, hey, Ejume, so just launch this. Guess what? Before he knew, his business card that they took, that take my business card, you can call me. They were using it to do other things until the president called him at that time that people are using your name for this. So the people you are going to meet are already corrupted. And if you try to push against that moving tide, they will find a way to get you out. That means we have built a culture that the upright people here don't survive. It is the corrupt, because if you don't join them, they will find a way to kick you out. So how do we solve that corruption part where we don't join them, but we are there to change, and then they will embrace that kind of change? We need to look at a way of doing that. You talk about pastors and individuals. We are all going to churches and the mosques. Yeah. So where in lies the 18.4 billion that we are stealing?
You see, NSPPD, what God cannot do.
So are we hypocrites that we
and then my pastor is Archbishop Odepo. Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, Winners Chapel International. Then I listened to a number of them also around. Otabo, I used to follow him.
See, so we have
those
people,
things.
and I think that if the churches and the mosques have not come,
very
then things that would have been worse.
Mashallah.
Things would have been worse because even with this, look at what is happening. The other one, I like what the president talked about, is the fast tracking of prosecution. We have to work on a judicial system and make sure that we serve deterrent to those who are corrupting themselves. Hefty jail terms, confiscate their assets. You need, if it's real estate, take all the buildings away. If it is the money that they have taken, make sure that you take all their money away. We still have Sidadape's case. What has happened to it? We have an office of the special prosecutor saying that influence peddling is not corruption. And I didn't know what to even say. If nobody can have access to you, Roland Walker, because you were president, and I come to tell the person that, give me 10,000 cities, I will let you see Roland Walker. You give me 10,000, and the next day I'm sitting in front of Roland Walker. Is that not corruption? That is influence peddling. It's corruption, clearly.
Prof, let me ask you a question. What has happened to Wyoming?
So we can mention names, Kwame. We can mention names.
But the follow-through sees
we are talking about
them where
it is scary to me when you said nothing will happen. If we say nothing will happen, then we are not breaking that cycle. If it becomes cyclical, that if it becomes cyclical, that every day things happen, we meet and talk about it, drill people, they will sweat a little bit and they go home and nothing happens, then that's not how we are solving it.
And somebody steals a goat and he's put in jail.
I mean, you took my time on. The last two is that we have to strengthen institutions and oversight. So the park, we have to strengthen the park and make sure that they have they can prosecute individuals. And then the Auditor General's
strong institutions.
Yes, we need to strengthen our institutions and oversight.
And
then the last one is we have to improve transparency and accountability. And that means online platform that we can track how some of this money goes. But then finally, we should question people who acquire wealth and we don't know the source of it.
That's lifestyle audit.
Yes, we have to ask, even in our homes, when your dad buys a car and you know that his salary cannot buy, Dad, where did you get the money? We should begin that culture of questioning our family people who acquire wealth shortly. And ex-President Mills did that, right? He went to the customs and asked them that, you saw it. We all saw the video that how can that people come to customs and within 2-3 years you put up a mansion? Where do you get the money from? We should begin to ask questions. The why will solve the problem for us.
Do you have a son?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a daughter?
Yes.
Have they ever questioned you about how you bought a property?
They will question me.
Have they ever?
They will question me.
No, have they?
My case will always question me.
Have they?
Yes.
Have they?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I've trained them that way.
Please.
Because it won't happen.
Knows that to and solo here today. Please.
It won't happen.
Ebo,